Next Monday, exciting, isn't it? 12th of April, a lot of things opening back up, the world starting to grind into a little bit more of normality once more. And a lot of us are excited about Monday. We've got non-essential shops set to reopen. People who've been furloughed or working from home can head back to the office or their workplace. But how weird is it all going to be? Is it going to be a struggle getting out of your jogging pants and your leisure wear? Because I know for a fact, right, I get home on a night time now, and I actually put half-decent clothes on for BBC Radio Tees. Don't ask any of my co-workers here, because they'll probably say I don't. But anyway, when I get home at night, I do that thing in Bruce Almighty where it just goes, woof, and all his clothes come off, and then I put jogging bottoms on, and whenever anyone comes to deliver anything to our house, I'm always there in a scratty old jumper and sort of stuff. I think that would make a really good album, actually. All the pictures that have been taken of people with their packages this year wearing scratty pajamas and stuff, because obviously you can't sign for it anymore, you just take a picture. I think that should be an album that's put together as a memento for lockdown. Anyway, it's going to be weird, isn't it? Getting out of your leisure wear, actually having to face maybe the commute rather than just a short trip to the kitchen table. Well, I've been speaking to Nicky Jolley, who is from HR2day in Darlington, to sort of get deep down and discuss what it's going to be like next week.
I think it's an exciting time, but it's also a worrying time for people, definitely.
From the last year and a bit, we're used to not going into workplaces. It's going to be a big change for workers, isn't it?
It is. Some people have actually been off work for over a year. You know, I'm not saying it's been an extended holiday, but it has been very different for them. And then some have been working from home, and, you know, companies will now start to phase people back, particularly if it's retail or, you know, people that are opening on Monday. And that can be scary for them. So I think employers need to take that on board and not get carried away with, yeah, we're opening, the business is there. I think, you know, they really need to be contacting their employees now, you know, preferably before they come back to work. Talk to them, ask them how they're feeling about it, letting the employees know what's going to be different when they come back. So, you know, there should be a COVID risk assessment, talking them through it, sharing the document with them so that they can read it and they understand that, you know, if they're coming in to wear masks, not everybody will have to, but, you know, what precautions the workplace will have. You know, for example, toilets. There might be 3 toilets in a block, but only one will be used.
So it's not just all about, you know, us workers sort of sitting here and going, right, how, you know, what am I going to be doing, and kind of getting that confidence back ourselves. It's also for employers to be looking to assist their workers as well, I guess.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, it's a duty of care to start with, but let's be honest, how many people have set an alarm recently? You know, that in itself is going to be a shock to the system. It's like, God, what's going off at this time of the morning? Then you've got to get into those clothes, and, you know, I would recommend everybody try their clothes on Monday, before Monday, because some of us have put a few pounds on and you might have a bit of an embarrassing moment. So it's little things and we laugh, but, you know, genuinely for some people, you know, they won't have thought, God, what am I going to wear? Crikey, can I fit in it?
Yeah.
You know, but it's a partnership, and I think that's what employers and employees need to know. You know, if you're an employee that's feeling pretty vulnerable and anxious at the minute, ring your employer and just have a chat and just say, look, God, you know, I'm a bit excited, but I'm also a bit worried. It goes both ways. It doesn't always have to be the employer, but I would strongly advise employers to try, where possible, just communicate with your team, even if it, you know, if there's a lot of staff, sending out a WhatsApp or a text, you know, we're really excited you're coming back. If anybody wants to speak to us beforehand, we're available at these times on this number, you know, just reach out. That's what I'm saying to everybody, really, both employees and employers.
You know, a lot of people have been working from home, been forced into it, but some people have sort of found it quite good. You know, it's been successful. Have you got a sense of how good it has been for some people? Do you think a lot of workers, where it's possible, obviously you can't do this so much if you are working in a shop or if you're, you know, an essential worker and you can't work from home, but people who are able to, do you think they may start to look to find a balance of working from home and working in the office?
Absolutely. I mean, we work with a whole range of clients from manufacturing right through to, you know, retail and things like that. And, you know, some of them they can't. And it is a split in majority, I think. I think some are dying to get back to work, have the social interaction. But there are some people that have thoroughly enjoyed and thrived working from home. But talk to them, and if it's working for them, what we're finding a lot of our companies are doing a bit of a hybrid. You know, you have to spend a minimum of 2 or 3 days a week at work in the office, integrating with the team. But actually, there's flexibility. You can work at home 2 or 3 days a week. And remember, that's going to retain your employees for the ones that this works for. Where there's been sort of more of a negative impact is for the ones that haven't enjoyed working from home. And I know some of the bigger banks are doing this at the moment, and they're actually saying 100% you're going to continue to work from home. I do think, unfortunately, they will see some staff turnover because I think people have done it because they've had to, but they won't be able to sustain it forever. And if firms look at this right, we will see some positives that come out of it. And if our productivity can increase, less time at work, more family, more balance. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never walked so much in all my life.
Yeah.
I've seen countryside
Yeah.
I've never seen. So, let's focus on the positives. Let's keep this going and really home in on what's going to work for everybody, because then we're all happier.
That's Nicky Jolley from HR2day in Darlington. And Nicky actually said to me as well, they've got some jobs up for grabs over at HR Today. So if you've had an unfortunate situation during the pandemic where maybe you've lost employment, then make sure you get in touch with HR Today over in Darlington, because they might be able to help you.